Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heather Shaw is Kidding. It's me, Heather Shaw. Comedy commentary podcast time. Gypsy Rose Blanchard fan club. Not a lot going on with Gypsy this week. I'm sorry, Miss Romani. I keep saying that joke. I'm gonna beat it into the ground, like I'm Gypsy's mom. How you doing this week, huh? How you been? You staying straight, staying gay, staying bi, staying queer, staying questioning? Are you questioning your sexuality? I always knew that I was gay from a young age, and I understand that everyone has different life experiences, but it's so hard for me sometimes to realize that there are people that are questioning. But, they're different lifestyles. People grow up religious. They think God is all, and other people just don't consider being gay. I don't know. I mean, I knew I was gay the minute I came out of the womb. I passed my mother's vagina on the way out, and I said, I want that for life. Not my mom's, but something like it. This one stinks. But if you are questioning, welcome to the community. Maybe you'll question. Does anybody question and go, yeah, no? You gotta test it out, and then you go, I should have just got bangs. Why did I have to eat that pussy? I think more women are allowed to question and, dabble in the gay arts than men are. Men aren't allowed to be bi, Society says you're either, love a dick or love a V. You can't like both. If you like both, you're queer. You're gay. But women are allowed to be a lot more experimental, But does any women like get down there and root around like they're under the hood of a truck? Under the hood of a car, and they root around and they go, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the one that has balls. I want the balls attached, baby. God, my levels are high here. Wish I had a producer, but it's just me. I was in San Diego. I'm not gonna say up front the normal things I say. Look, I've said it a million times. Rate and review. You hear it on every fucking podcast. I know you're supposed to remind the audience. I don't fucking care. We do things differently here. I'm a cool, fun mom. I'm not going to tell you to clean your room. Bitch, if you want to sneak out, go through the front door in front of my face. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting sick of the whole rigmarole of... That sounds like a slur, by the way. Rigmarole? That sounds like somebody would be hate crimed. If somebody yelled rigmarole at me, I would go, ugh, I'm about to get stabbed. And if it was Gypsy, oh boy, I'd be like, I'm not your mom. Yeah, I'm not going to do the whole reminder. You know what to do. And if you don't do it, so what? I'm not doing this for, I'm not going to, I'm not trying to be the next Joe Rogan. I could never eat elk. I'm just doing this because I love this podcast and I love doing it. And if you want to rate and review, then do it. If you don't, then you haven't, and I love you. I don't care. You get it. Just listen. That's all I care about. If you listen and like it, that's all I care about. I'm not going to go through all my tour dates either because that's a snooze fest. I will go and tell you what cities I have added. I've added Omaha, Nebraska. I've added what else? Dallas. Over there in Tejas, I've added Dallas. I've added Salt Lake City. I've added Las Vegas. Everything else has been up for sale. Check out my, all the tickets are on heathershawcomedy.com. You can see all the cities I'm going to. It's very easy. You just go to the website and all the cities are listed in, chronological order of the shows. When I do TikTok lives, I do TikTok lives now to promote my shows. It's the best way to just kind of interact with people and, be yelled at. Do something from the mask, you bitch. Get a lot of that. A lot of times when I go live, I have my dates behind me, like a green screen effect, and people see it. And it's just people yelling out their city that they live in. And it's like, thank you. I love that people want me to come to their city, but after a while, it's like, there's like maybe like 400 people in there just yelling, Boise, Idaho. Rigmarole, Alabama. I'm sure that's a city in Alabama. Gypsy Rose's living room. I wish, bitch. I wish. Who books that? But I do like going on live and promoting my shows. It's always fun. I think it's working. I'm getting good turnouts. San Diego was fantastic for a Sunday night. Very fun. I enjoy San Diego a lot. I went during, I didn't realize that they call San Diego during the months May and June, they call it gray May and June gloom. It's kind of chilly. It wasn't freezing. It was like 50s, 60s. I can deal with that. Cloudy. You know, it felt like I was in Seattle, to be honest. I forgot there was a beach. I didn't even go to the beach. Why was I going to go to the beach? Wait, do I want to go ice skating? I'm good. But I love San Diego. I really they have vegan options in San Diego. Holy shit. I talk on my Patreon all about my trip to San Diego. I talk about the pink tents, the homeless campsite I saw, the pink tents. I'm not going to get into it here because it's redundant for the Patreon members. I also talk about making friends with all 3 of the flight attendants on my flight out there on Southwest, and they gave me some tea. I got the dirt on flight attendants and what they deal with. That was really fun. They were fans, and I loved to see it. You know what I mean? It was great. I mean, it was a 4-hour flight, so it was nice to just kind of get to split up that flight playing on my Switch. And then, going and talking shit with the flight attendants about what goes on. But I talk about all that on my Patreon episode. I do an extra episode where I kind of talk about things I don't talk about in the main. So if you want to hear all about that, then join the Patreon. Look at that. I'm integrating my promotions, huh? Don't you hate to see it? Didn't you hate to hear it? I love San Diego. I really like the vegan options. Obviously, they have vegan fast food options there. I'm not talking one little fast food place because you never see vegan fast food. You don't. You know, you may go to a fast food place that offers a vegan, like a burger, but you never see a fast food strictly vegan place, and that's fun. Not healthy, but it's fun and quick and easy. It's not quick. Vegan food is never quick. Holy shit, it's like a guy on coke dick. Never gonna come. Just constant. It takes forever. But, it's made with love and no cruelty. But it was nice to have a lot of vegan fast food restaurant options. Because, I like to sit down, but sometimes, I'm just going to grab something. When I was out shopping in the neighborhood, I went to the neighborhood. I went to a fast food restaurant called Evolution. That was pretty good. Cool setup. The bathrooms were kind of gross, so it made me think the kitchen was gross. Because I've always heard if the bathrooms in an establishment are gross, then chances are the kitchen is not any cleaner. I mean, if the bathrooms are the public place where anybody can go in, imagine what's going on in the kitchen. So I try to remember that. But I don't really go to fast food places ever. So I made an exception, went out to Evolution. It was good, though. I tried to go to Kindred. Everybody and their mother recommended this place called Kindred. But, of course, with vegan restaurants, you get the godforsaken vegan hours. I've had enough. Vegans, this is why everyone hates you and us. I guess I'm part of the community. I'm vegan, but I can't stand those vegan faggots. Vegan hours are a plight that, as a vegan, you have to deal with. Vegan hours are, we open at 10 a.m. and close at 10:52 a.m. Vegan hours are select menu items all day. Full menu options available never. I went at 2 p.m. on a Sunday. I mean, lunch should be between 11 and 3. I mean, some people go early for lunch, depending on your day. I went at 2 p.m. to this place, Kindred, and they said, sorry, we're only doing bar service. I said, okay, drunks. You can't nourish your body in this bitch? You should be called a bar. You should not be called a restaurant. What do you mean 2 p.m. on a Sunday, all you're serving is vodka? I mean, Jesus. I tried to go to Kindred. I heard a lot of good things about it. I failed, but I'll be going back out to San Diego in July, doing mic drop comedy. I'm excited. I'm going to go during, the summer. I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to go to LA first, meet up with a friend or two, which is just what I call doing drugs. Yeah, I'm going to go meet up with Harry. That's my nickname for heroin. But it was fun. If you want to hear more about the trip, join the Patreon. Okay, I had a realization that I have to tell you about. I don't remember if you remember this. I don't even know if I talked about it on the main pod. But back in December, I did the Tulsa Looney Bin. I did a weekend. I may have talked about it on the main pod, but I'll give you the rundown. I did the Tulsa Looney Bin, and there was a girl at the front row of one of the shows who I kept calling Gypsy. Because she looked like Gypsy Rose. Remember, I don't know if I said on the main, but I said that she looked kind of like sick Gypsy because she had like a beanie. So it was giving Gypsy when she thought she had cancer because her mom told her she had cancer and she was only a child and what else are you going to do? But I kept calling her Gypsy and in like a nice way. Like, and she was fine with it. It wasn't like I was roasting her like, you dumb fucking murdering bitch. You know, it was a fun way. I don't ever roast my audience to the point where everyone's like, this bitch sucks. You know, like, you don't want to do that. I'm still, by the way, getting confused for Ashley Gavin. Everyone on Facebook is like, aren't you the bitch that told people to kill themselves on stage? And I was like, no, that's my thoughts. I don't say those out loud. I would never say that out loud. I have manners. Keep it in my head. But yeah, so this girl front row, we took a picture, but she never tagged me. She never posted it. So I was like, oh, I wish I had this picture. I fucking finally found this girl, and you'll never believe who she is. If I knew I was in the presence of a celebrity, it was Gypsy. No, that'd be funny if it was Gypsy, wouldn't it? You're so funny, bitch. I love your faggot ass. I feel like Gypsy, if she went to a comedy show, she would laugh as if it was being typed out on a computer. Ha, 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 ha. Hee, hee, ha. She would laugh like ChatGPT. Like a prompt. Like, tell me how you laugh, ChatGPT. Ha, ha, ha. Anyways, this lady is a full-blown celebrity in my world. So a while ago, when I first joined TikTok, there was an account of a girl. And you may remember this if you're a big TikTok historian. And by historian, I mean anybody that joined 2019, 2020, even 2021. There was an account of a girl who worked at Target, and she would go into the Target break room on her break when she was alone. And she would prop up her phone and she would sing mostly like Halsey songs, terribly off key. So bad. Not awful, but, you know, my ears were bleeding and blinging. But it was fun because I like kind of cringy content like that. I would never comment and be like, LOL, this sucks. I enjoy cringy creators. Genuinely. But I would never stitch them and make fun of them or comment something mean. I want them to keep going forever. I don't want to discourage or encourage. I just want to pull up a chair. It's my favorite kind of account. There's another one. I mean, I have so many cringy content creators who I don't even want to call out because it would seem like I'm bullying them. But nothing makes me laugh more than a cringy, earnest content creator. I don't mean somebody who's doing a video where it's a bit, where they're in on it. It's something where somebody is earnest. There's another girl. What is her fucking name? I don't even want to say her name, but she is she's a white lady, and she raps, and she's always like, she records everything through her gaming headset, so it sounds really bad. I love her raps so much because they're so bad, but I don't want to say her name. Don't even, just pretend I didn't say anything. This is between you and me. God, I feel like a dirty priest. We'll get to them. But I just earnestly love, and I'm sure I'm somebody's cringy content creator, you know? Who knows? Everybody's got a different level of cringe. But this girl, the Target break room singing lady, she would go in, she would sing like Halsey songs. I don't know. She would sing in her car sometimes, like Evanescence songs. It was so funny because it was just so bad. And people were mean in the comments as, you know, per usual. But, you know, when you're posting public videos, I have a hard time finding sympathy for you because nobody forced you to hit post, bitch. And you could have made that private for your friends. You could have sent that in a group chat. You could have deleted that video. It's, you know, I mean, I don't think people should be bullied to oblivion, but I think you lose a sense of like, hey, stop being so mean when you publicly post a video. I'll never get mad at somebody roasting me or saying mean. I mean, people say mean shit to me all the time. I had a DM today. Somebody said I should go KMS, kill myself. You know, comes with the territory of posting public videos, and especially when you're doing comedy videos, when you hurt their feelings, when you make fun of frog pronouns, they get real mad. You know, I love it's all about inclusivity, but then they'll send you a DM telling you to go off yourself. You know, it's real inclusive. But she was a star in my world for like a year. And I totally forgot about her because the thing with TikTok is if you don't see somebody on a regular basis, even if you love their videos, you just kind of forget about them. Our attention spans are burnt. We're done. We're toasted. We can't watch a movie without being on our phone. I mean, I rewind scenes all the time because I'm on my phone. I'm TikToking. Well, it's awful. Our brains are turning to dust. I mean, we deserve that. Nothing good is going to come. Just enjoy the ride, man. Turns out the Target break room singer is the fucking girl at the show in Tulsa who looks like Gypsy. I had a celebrity at my show and I didn't know. I can't believe I didn't recognize her. She had a beanie on and she looked real. She was giving Gypsy. And in her Target break room videos, she's not giving Gypsy. She doesn't sing like this. She doesn't sound like this. She just sounds off key. She just sounds like, she sounds like somebody they'd put on American Idol as a bad audition. It's kind of like that. But that's who it was. And I didn't know. And I saw her video come up today. Her username, I'm going to shout her out because I do love her and I want you to go follow her. And I think she's okay with hearing me say that she can't sing because she admitted it herself. It's Abigail Seals 825. That was the account I saw today. Abigail Seals 825. And the video I saw was her being like, because somebody commented, "How do I know you? Like, you look very familiar." And she replied to the comment. She said, "Yeah, I used to be on here. I did those really cringy Target break room singing videos. I didn't think I was off key at the time, but holy shit, they were awful." So it's like she's matured. And she's like, it's kind of embarrassing. Also, people tell me I look like Gypsy, which I don't really see it. I only take offense to that if they're talking about sick Gypsy, not now Gypsy. It's like, yeah, bitch, of course not now Gypsy. Gypsy, the nose job on Kardashian's Gypsy, that's not offensive. But if somebody's like you look like Gypsy, sick Gypsy, that means somebody's telling you they think you have cancer and you should get it checked out. If somebody's telling you look like sick Gypsy, they're telling you might have a quiet kind of cancer. You got to get it checked out. But she was at my show. I didn't even know. And she posted a TikTok on that account, Abigail Seals 825, of me and her at the show. So I got a picture of it. I might make it no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to make it the main cover on YouTube, but I don't, giving out her username because it's a public account, and I commented on it and I was like, holy shit, I can't believe you came to the show. But what a weird thing. One of my favorite cringe content creators came front row to my show, was so fun. I got to call her Gypsy. She had a great time, and I didn't even realize it till 6 months later. She never she never tagged me in anything. I just stumbled upon this. Amazing. I love the internet. And for every cringe content creator, thank you for your service. I don't say that to military members because I'm just like, you're in a cult. And people get mad at me for that. But, I'm very Larry David. I'm not going to see somebody in a camo suit and just walk up to them and say, thanks for your service. I don't even know what you did in the military. Also, you probably killed like a brown child. Also, you're in a cult. Okay? So, But I will say it to cringy content creators because they are my military members. They did serve and protect this country and protected my freedom. Gypsy is on the Kardashians. I don't really have a lot of Gypsy news. I don't really want to get into it too much with her, but I'm going to wait till her docuseries comes out to really break down. We might do one whole episode on the docuseries. Maybe every week. I don't know how they're going to release episodes, but maybe every week we'll dissect an episode for about 10 minutes. But she was on the Kardashians. She gets one nose job, and now she's part of the Kardashians. That checks out. God forbid she has a sex tape with Ray J soon. Huh? Maybe. Oh, Ray J, give it to me. Murder my pussy. I'm not going to finish that joke. You get it. She's on the Kardashians. Am I going to be watching it? No, sorry. I've got better things to do. I don't really care about the Kardashians. They're getting to the point where they're really desperate. It just seems like that. It just seems like the things they're doing are little publicity stunts and it's not really taking off. People are kind of just falling out of love with them. Why they were in love with the Kardashians, I kind of get the appeal. Beautiful women, funny, family that was dysfunctional-ish and really unapologetic about their fame whorishness and fame whorishness. Entertaining family for sure. But capitalist pigs, vapid, fake, plastic. it's just we're kind of getting over it. We had what was it, Kylie or Kendall, one of the names with a K, that was with Timothy Chalamet, and they had that fake pregnancy, like maybe they were pregnant. That was all bullshit. Everything is just planted to keep you caring or knowing against your will about the Kardashians. I mean, they're constantly planning things out there just to throw things at the wall. Maybe Kylie Kendall is pregnant by Timothy Chalamet his baby. Maybe he came in her once. Probably not. He probably just goes through the butt just to be safe. Also, he's not a black guy. Do they want kids with him? Do you know what I mean? Okay. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just they all have kids with black guys. I mean, I get it. I would have a kid with Kanye West. I know he's crazy, but he's a genius. I mean, he's a musical genius. You can't deny that. I would have his kid. And then I'd, file a restraining order. But now they're just doing things where it's like, it's getting a little sad. What do they have, a Hulu? Is anybody watching how long have the Kardashians been on air? It was fun in the beginning because they had their original noses and they were getting DUIs and they were young. They were in their 20s and it was like, young socialites. That's fun. My dad, helped a murderer get off. That's real fun. But now they're like in their 40s and their kids are getting Instagram accounts, and Northwest is on Broadway or some shit where she does not belong, Northwest is a 10-year-old, and she, I guess, was in a production or is in a production of Lion King, and girl, it's bad. She's 10, okay? She's also not, like, she doesn't have the performer, I don't know, maybe there is this, like, performer bone you have, because there are very talented prodigies, like 10-year-olds that can do Broadway, There's always a kid playing Annie. And they're, amazing, I would assume. I don't really know much about Broadway. I'm not that kind of gay. But Northwest, she's in The Lion King as, I don't know. I have no idea who she is. She's not like Timon or Pumbaa. She's like the lion, Simba? I don't fucking know. She looks like she's in a child's play. She sounds like she's in the child's play. I don't mean to shit on the talents of a 10-year-old, but there is a level of skill needed and required and sought out to be in a Broadway play called The fucking Lion King. Any Broadway play. North doesn't have it. She's a child who's never been told no, and it shows. She's out there and she's like, everybody look left. Everybody look right. You can just see that. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Yeah. It's that bad. It's embarrassing, and it's something that she's going to be embarrassed about later on if she has feelings. I mean, these kids, all the Kardashians seem so void of any human emotions. I don't know if they have shame. I don't know if they experience embarrassment, humiliation. They're kind of the aliens of our country. They really are. I won't be surprised towards the end if they just unzip their skin suits and come out as aliens and we're like, gotcha. Like it's a fun, punked episode on America. They just seem so devoid of any kind of feelings, whether negative or positive. So I don't know if North is going to grow up and be like, ooh, that was so embarrassing. Or if she's just going to be like, yeah, I was the shit as a kid. I was a child prodigy, the shit. I got cast in The Lion King as a 10-year-old. Who else can do that? I mean, I don't know if she's ever going to realize how cringy it is. She's a Nepo baby, and we're getting to see nepotism at such a young age. I don't think we ever see that. I mean, really, a lot of Nepo babies kind of pop off in their teens, 20s. It comes out, they change their name, and you're like, who? That person looks, oh, fuck. Oh, that's Kevin Bacon's kid. Well, she has the same last name, but some kids don't. It's fun to watch a Nepo baby. It's kind of like Blue Carter. Blue Knowles, I don't know her name. At least Beyonce made her, work for that tour. And she by the end of it, she was good. I'm not saying you can't be the child of a celebrity and not be good, but like North has put zero effort into this. Like Blue, I think she Beyonce's the shit. She has a work ethic, and I think she, treats her child with the same work ethic because she probably looks at her kid like a paycheck. That's what she is. That's a business relationship. But, it's just fun to watch a Nepo baby blossom from absolutely talentless to probably just going to stay absolutely talentless. They're just going to keep the Kardashians going until there's nothing left. I mean, the Kardashian show will be on once Kris passes away. The Kardashians will be 70 years old. North will have her own kid. It'll just be going and going until the entire country is on fire. I can't wait. But you can tell Northwest, great name, already should be pissed off about her name. She's a child who's never heard no. She has never heard no, unless the question was, hey, does your dad like Jewish people? Then she's hearing the word no. But, she just has never, ever heard the word no. She probably never will. And, never hearing the word no as a kid it means you're going to be a great human being. You're going to be so well-rounded. You are really going to be able to, what, is she going to have to relate to the common person ever? I mean, she'll be okay. She's got her life mapped the fuck out for her. As long as she doesn't get too heavy into drugs or, she'll be all right. But, it's embarrassing. All of it's embarrassing. Northwest. There's like 2 other kids too. You never hear about them. This is one of my new favorite stories that I just stumbled on today. Let's go to the article here. I don't know if you've heard this. There is a new billionaire. I mean, he's not new. He's been a billionaire. An Ohio billionaire, Larry Connor, plans to take his $20 million sub down to the Titanic site to prove industry's safer after Ocean Gate implosion. We got another one, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another one. Are you fucking kidding me? A man from Ohio. Of course it's a fucking billionaire from Ohio. Look, man, you're a guy from Ohio and you became a billionaire. Isn't that enough? You've proved enough. Nothing good ever comes out of Ohio except, hilarities. Cleveland. That's great. LeBron James. The Kelsey brothers. That's just sports. You are a billionaire from Ohio. You've already made it. You don't need to prove yourself. That being said, I really enjoy the idea of another billionaire going down there. I mean, what the fuck do they have to prove? Why are they so goddamn interested in the Titanic? Is there something? Do they think the necklace is really down there? I'm really starting to be concerned. Do they really think that what is that necklace called that old lady threw into the fucking ocean? I think they think that Titanic was a documentary. I mean, this just proves that billionaires are not smarter than you and I. They're just insane and turned that insanity into money. They're evil and insane. They are not smarter. This is absolutely insane. I mean, I can't believe. And he's going to sink $20 million into making another, what are they called? A submersible? I love this. He's going to pay $20 million and be like, yeah, this one's different, guys. This one's operated by a Wii remote. Yeah, none of that PlayStation bullshit. This one's got a Wii remote. I can play tennis while I'm looking at the Titanic. This is a direct quote from him. Also, let me just say, real estate investors, of course, he loves properties. Can't get enough of them. Even the ones down in the fucking bottom of the fucking ocean. Real estate investor Larry Connor of Dayton, Ohio, said he and Triton Submarines co-founder will plunge more than 12,400 feet, that's 2.5 miles almost, to the shipwreck site in a 2-person submersible. There's only 2 people that are going to die this time. I mean, at this point, is this a suicide pact? That's like tax exempt or something? Are they just done with the world? Is this like him faking his death? I mean, it's a great idea. Tell them that I'm going down to see the Titanic. And then the Titanic will inevitably implode. We're going to poke holes in the submersible. It'll implode. Don't worry. I'm dead. And then I'm going to run off and be in Dubai because I did some crime and I have blood on my hands. I mean, that would be more believable than what the fuck. I can't believe this. This is what Larry says. I want to show people worldwide that while the ocean is extremely powerful, it can be wonderful and enjoyable and really kind of life-changing if you go about it the right way. You want to talk about life-changing? Buddy, your life's about to end. That's how life-changing the ocean is. I mean, I can't believe this. This guy, he's on land last July seeing, what was it, six people, 5 billionaires and 1 kid One kid who begrudgingly did it because it was Father's Day coming up or some bullshit. He saw them all die in an instant. Imploded. Boom. And he said, not even a year later, by the way, this was last July. He looked at that and he said, I can do better. I got this. I mean, it's unreal. I will never feel sympathy for anybody trying to go down and see the Titanic. I'll never feel sympathy for anybody doing crazy shit if you sign up for it. It's like people that do base jumping, skydiving. Couldn't be me, but it's your life, you know, and you know the risks. And if you die, I don't feel bad. Sorry. I mean, it's just logic. Again, use logic. I don't feel bad. Oh, he was a loving father. He base jumped. He died immediately. Yeah. Okay. You were jumping from a tall building without a parachute. What are we doing? And then he's sinking $20 million into this submersible. You know, which I can't tell what's a bigger piece of shit, this new submersible or J-Lo's film. They both cost $20 million each. Can billionaires do anything else with their fucking money? Can we do $20 million to help anybody else? $20 million in cancer treatments for people that can't afford healthcare or have shitty healthcare in this country. That'd be great. $20 million for the homeless problem. That'd be great. But no, let's go ahead and make This Is Me Now or Then or Never. That's going to be his movie. This Is Me Never. The implosion of the second submersible. God, I hope it implodes. Fuck that guy. All right, before ad reads, Pope Francis. I love this story so fucking much. Pope Francis is a cunt. He is a fucking cunt, bitch. Pope Francis, behind Vatican closed doors, was in a meeting with other, like, priests or some shit. I don't know what they do. They're probably, not clothed. And he said, in reference to... he was defending the church's ban on gays becoming priests. And he was saying, yeah, gays shouldn't become priests. There's already an air of faggotness in the seminaries. That is so fucking funny that Pope Francis is like, girl, can we just get some straight men in these fucking seminaries? It is chock full of faggots. The faggotry is faggotrying, baby. I mean, can we get one priest that wants to touch a little girl? It is all little boys they want. The faggotry of it all. He sounds like he should be a guest judge on Drag Race. Honey, that dress was giving. It was slaying, but too much faggotry for me. Pope Francis is so mad that all the faggots are fleeing to seminaries. Those closeted gay men. They're fleeing. They said there's a house full of other men, and we all just pretend to worship another man? Sign me up. This was behind closed doors. And the church now is supposed to come out and be pro-gay because they're taking anybody they can at this point. They're like, we're losing followers left and right. They're like a canceled influencer. They're like, we got to say the gay people are okay. Say that God thinks the gay people is fine. Yeah, we speak for God. God's not real. The Pope was talking to his bishops. That's who it was, not priests. Those are below him, and they're blowing somebody else. The Pope was talking to his bishops last week when he used the slur. Unnamed bishops who were present reportedly said Francis used it jokingly. I mean, don't we all? Can you fault him? I always say faggot in a joking manner. I've never looked at a gay person and been like, die, faggot. It's just like, look at that little faggot hopping around like he's a little bunny. Look at that bunny faggot. Okay, hop, hop, bitch. I mean, Pope Francis is probably one. They all are. You can't convince me otherwise. Again, you're a man who wants to worship another man, and a lot of your friends are all touching little boys. You're gay. What an evil corporate society, organization, whatever it is. Let's get into ads after that, huh? I want to talk about gay. Let's talk about a gay coffee shop, baby. Lucy Brown, I love you so much. LUSSIBROWI. Why am I spelling it? Enjoy coffee from Lucy Brown Coffee Bar without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Lucy Brown is now offering coffee subscriptions. They've been offering it for a while, so I can stop saying now because they've been offering it. People get the coffee subscriptions. The listeners are getting it, and they are loving it. And thank you if you have gotten a subscription. I have one. Support the gays. Don't go to church. Get Lucy Brown's coffee. Support the right gays. Get their coffee subscription. All you have to do is simply fill out the form on their website and get coffee beans from different and exciting roasters sent straight to your door, starting at just $20 a month. Every month you get a different roast. different kind of beans. The beans you're looking for. If you like dark roast, that's like me, you get dark roast. But different roasters, different people. It's fun. If you're into coffee, it's really nice to have a variety and to try things out. It's kind of like a coffee flight, but just every month you get a bag. I love it. Visit LucyBrownCoffee.com. That's LUSSI, browncoffee.com. And follow the coffee subscription button to get signed up today. And if you use the code Heather Shaw is kidding, you'll get 10% off your first order. So do it. Don't be a straight, be a queer. Get on your coffee, baby. Lucy Brown, we love you. Have you ever wondered if you might be autistic? Or maybe you were recently diagnosed and now you're trying to understand autism and your place in the autistic community, huh? You feeling a little touch of the tism? The Other Autism Podcast is here to help. Listen to this podcast and learn so much. Each episode, your host, Kristen, brings you interviews with autistic folks who were diagnosed as adults. So these are later diagnoses. What are they called? It's like somebody who comes out of the closet late in life. A late in life autist. You hear what it was like for them going undiagnosed for most of their lives, and then how they came to terms with their autistic identities later on. The Other Autism Podcast also covers the latest in autism research and topics at the forefront of autistic culture and scholarship. If you are autistic or wondering if you might be, the Other Autism Podcast helps you to feel more informed and less alone. You can find the Other Autism Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Get some coffee, get some Lucy Brown coffee, sent to your fucking door. What the fuck else do you want? Put on the Other Autism Podcast and say, thanks, Heather. Thank you to our sponsors. If you'd like to be a sponsor on this podcast, simply email me, heathershawcomedy@gmail.com, and in the subject line, put queefs. The movies are flopping, guys. Movies are flopping, bitch. Belly flopping all over. Here's from an article. 2024 is struggling to compete with last year's impressive box office numbers. 2 expected blockbusters underperformed over Memorial Day weekend. You want to know what their expected blockbusters were? One was a Mad Max saga. Okay, I don't even know. Furiosa? Girl, give it a rest. We're over these fucking bullshits. Is this like a sequel to a sequel to a prequel? I can't. The other expected blockbuster was the Garfield movie. What are we doing? Get a fucking grip. The parents don't care about their kids enough to take them to a fucking kids movie anymore nowadays. Parents don't give a fuck about their kids. They're not going to take them to a movie theater. Number one. Number two, they're not going to pay $35 for 2 tickets or a ticket each. And then you got to get the kid popcorn or candy. They don't care about these kids. They barely want them to read. The parents don't care about their kids. They give them an iPad tablet. They try to block YouPorn and they say good luck. Sometimes they'll throw in a free gun. They don't care about their kids. They're not going to take them to see Garfield. They may put it on if it's available to stream on Netflix in 14 days. You know, but they're parents and they don't care about their kids. They may just say, hey, shut up. I'd rather just watch, you know, the new episode. We're going to rewatch The Sopranos. Fuck your Garfield movie. The parents don't care about their kids. They're not taking them to Garfield. Why did you expect Garfield to be a blockbuster? Beyond that, if you're an adult that wants to go see Garfield, hey, fine. You don't have kids, you want to go see Garfield, great. You have weird taste. We all have weird taste in some areas. You just like a fucking orange cat. Great. Maybe you're a big lasagna head. I don't know. Maybe you like depressed cat owners like Dave. But the movie theaters don't understand that the ticket prices are so fucking high, not even including concessions, like I said. You know, when I take Lily out to see a movie, we'll do movie date nights. And, you know, we don't have kids. I make a decent living saying fart jokes and queef jokes. And it's still like, damn, man, like it's kind of insane. I think, you know, if we want to get like, if it's a nice movie theater where they bring you food, it's not even good food. You're looking at like almost like what, $80, you know? No drinks, no alcoholic drinks. It's like $20 a ticket, and then you get your food, and that's like another, you know, $40. So I can't imagine if you have kids and you do like your kids, and you like to take the movie theater experience, and then think about the movie theater experience. Hey, there's a high chance somebody could come in here with a fucking gun. Just so you know, that happens. America's not safe. We have mass shootings every fucking day. We just don't report on them because old news, who cares? There's that. There's also, it's weird. People are fucking loud in movie theaters now. People are on their phones in movie theaters now. People just generally suck. People, and everyone is included in that. We all just suck as a society now when it comes to public. I mean, traveling on an airplane. I sat next to a lady yesterday on the plane. She just put her bare feet up on the front seat. Just put her legs up, reading. It's just like, you're not in your fucking living room, bitch. We're on a Southwest flight, and the flight's only an hour. Can't we just keep it together? The movie theater experience is different now. Unless you're going to like a bougie high-end movie theater, it's just not fun anymore. It's very expensive. People are not able to do fun things. People are drowning in debt. The economy sucks. It's just not a good time for movies. And so, I don't have sympathy, and they've got to either lower their prices or figure it the fuck out. Streaming is taking over. I don't care. And enough about the remakes. Again, the sequels, the prequels, the whatever. If I never see a Spider-Man movie preview, I'll be happy. We don't need another Garfield. We don't need another Trolls. If I have to hear Justin Timberlake voice act one more time, I'm going to shoot myself in the brain. He sucks. I think it's also Anna Kendrick. Like, they cast the two most insufferable people. I'm surprised J-Lo's not in one of those. I'm surprised J-Lo's not the Puerto Rican troll. Ugh. She's insufferable. There's also movies that we don't need. We don't need movies about the companies. How many fucking movies have we seen so far about, oh, this is called The BlackBerry. This one's called Jobs. It's Ashton Kutcher plays Steve Jobs. Steven Jobs, if you will. This one's called Nike. Ben Affleck and Chris Rock they start Nike. Or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But Jerry Seinfeld is making a fictional story about how Pop-Tarts were invented. No one cares. We can't feed our kids, and we don't even like our kids. I can't pay for health care. I don't care about the fictional story of Pop-Tarts. Who greenlit this? I mean, Jesus, Jerry. I'd rather watch a film about, like a biopic film about Seinfeld. And you get the actors who look just like the actors, and tell me about that. I want a whole chunk about Jerry Seinfeld falling in love with a teenager in Central Park and dating her. What was she, 17, 16? He was 30-something. He hit her up on the park, saw her in the park and said, I just have to have you. You look fresh. Give us that. We don't care about this. Give us a Gypsy Rose biopic. Post-murder. We've already seen The Act on Hulu. If you haven't, check it out. Joey King is king in that. We got the docuseries, so we're good. We don't need movies anymore. Although I did see The Iron Claw. We're going to talk about it at the end. I was on a flight, but it was a good movie. The movies are flopping. It's great. And these aren't even movies where I'm like, oh, bummer, that movie should have done better. No, it's Garfield. Fuck off. Go away, you fucking orange fat cat. Eat your fucking lasagna and fuck off. Shouldn't you be dead by now? You've been around for 50 years. You should die. Anyways, I don't care about poor movie. Won't somebody think of the movie studios? Won't somebody think about, we lost Harvey Weinstein? Actually, it is kind of funny. Harvey Weinstein went to jail, and the quality of movies has gone down. Now, I'm not saying he should be free. I'm just saying we couldn't pick his brain while he's sitting there in a cell. We couldn't just send him scripts. What he did was awful to women. But he had a good business brain for movies. Can we just send him scripts in that cell and tell him which ones does he like? Ask him, which one of these do you like? Give us another Good Will Hunting, please. All right, another fun story here. San Diego cop resigns after getting locked. Dude, this headline is not even truthful. This headline is not truthful because I read the whole article and it's... All right, the headline says, San Diego cop resigns after getting locked in backseat with women he arrested. Oh, he didn't get locked. Well, okay, he did. They're not lying. All right. Locked in backseat with women he arrested. Turning off body cam after the woman offered sexual favors. Okay, so this is true. San Diego police police officer resigned from his post. They're so serious. He resigned from his post. Oh, whatever. After he accidentally locked himself in the back seat with a woman for more than an hour while he was transporting her to a detention center. Arrested this woman. The woman basically propositioned him and said, "You have a girlfriend. I could suck your dick." You know, basically, she was upfront though. She said, you know, he said, "Why are you asking if I have a girlfriend?" She said, "You're not too bad looking," which is hilarious because that means he's ugly. She's like, "You'll do. I could do it if I close my eyes hard enough." She said, "What's it going to hurt me if I work the system?" You know what I mean? That's the way I see shit. Basically saying, "Hey, I'll fuck you if you don't take me to the fucking jail. I'll do it. I'll take one for the team." The team being my freedom. And he said, "Oh man, you can't be saying that. I got my dash cam on." And then around 1:30 a.m. as he's driving her, the dash cam turns off and stays off for about 20 minutes. So he lasted a while. Good for him, I guess. So then after 20 minutes, he calls in another officer. He panics because he got locked in the back seat of his cruiser with the woman that he banged or got a blowjob from, what the fuck ever. Called this, I think it was after an hour, actually. So he was probably in the back seat trying to figure out how to, it's so funny. He imprisoned himself. He got a blowjob and then imprisoned himself. It's like, you know, sometimes it's an allegory. It's a story. It's right there. You know, that's a metaphor. Called in back up and was like, "Dude, I'm locked in my car." The guy's like, "What the fuck happened?" The other officer, he's like, I had to go help her with something." You know, good lie. By the way, it got on dash cam, all of these things she was propositioning him. That all got recorded before he turned it off. At that point, leave it on and give us some entertainment. You know what I mean? I'm surprised they didn't give him a promotion for not raping her. I mean, cops usually, especially sex workers, they'll just pick up sex workers and just assault them because they look at them like, well, you're already a piece of trash. You know what I mean? I'm already arresting you. You have no rights. You're a piece of trash. I'm just going to do what I want with you. I'm going to get what I want out of you. And I'm going to, you know. This guy was propositioned and, you know, hey, consent. It's progress. I'm surprised they didn't give him a raise. It's also funny that he resigned immediately. You know, he resigned out of embarrassment, right? Like, he didn't resign because of, you know, he's scared about getting reprimanded or charged with something. He was embarrassed. He was really embarrassed, you know. He didn't want to hear all the roast jokes going into work the next day, you know. Hey, be careful going to your car, Joe. Make sure the locks are off, huh? You got to go in the front seat this time, buddy. If that's all it takes for you to get a little blowjob, huh? You know, I hate cops. I think there's some good cops out there, but they are largely overshadowed by the horrific and evil cops. And, you know, if cops are killing black people multiple times, then I have no sympathy for them. If it happens once, oh boy. If it happens twice, what the fuck? And if it happens more than twice, which it absolutely has happened more than twice in history, then it's an issue. And then it's an evil organization and nothing changes. But I love that cops will shoot a black guy and feel nothing. They're like a Kardashian. They feel no shame. And they'll take paid leave until they figure it all out. Very few go to trial. But the minute somebody gets caught getting a blowjob from somebody they'd arrested and turning off their dash cam, then they start to get, oh, I feel cringy. I'm like a cringy content creator right now. Oh, I got to resign. I'd rather just go work at Circle K. I'm just going to go deal drugs. I don't care about cops. I mean, it's the one time that a dash cam gets turned off and something good comes of it. Usually when a dash cam gets turned off and something bad happens, we go, you know, the cops are very defensive about it. This guy turned off his dash cam and resigned. Good for him. All cops are not bad, but, you know, the majority are. That's my acronym. ACABBTMA. All cops. Nope. ACANB. Fuck it. You get it. I had some little bits I wanted to work on with you here. I have a bit about Disney adults I want to do about how it's the only type of like creepy adult you can be around a child's theme park, or like what's supposed to be for a child, that adults can get away with it. Like, for some reason, Disney adults are allowed to be fucking Disney adults and not really get shamed. I mean, they get made fun of online, but like, they're allowed to like go in the park alone or with their boyfriend, just them, childless, and take up fucking space in the line for the teacups and wear their stupid fucking pins and hats, and it's totally fine and nobody bats an eye. But like, if I were to say I'm a Chuck E. Cheese adult, I'm getting arrested. If I go sit in the ball pit by myself with like mouse ears, somebody's calling the cops. It's weird. It's weird that we're allowed. Disney adults are fine. But if I say I'm a Chuck E. Cheese adult, you know, I got to start going around my neighborhood telling everybody I'm a sexual offender. What the fuck? And also, Chuck E. Cheese adults are a lot cooler because they smoke inside. I just ride the wall ride alone while looking at kids and saying, "Nice shot, Tyler. Skee ball. Tyler, that was a good one. Yeah, Tyler. I'm not a pedophile, guys. I'm not a pedophile. I'm just a Chuck E. Cheese adult. Yeah, we're all here for the same reason. We love the mouse. We love the rat. We're Chuck E. Cheese adult." I fucking hate Disney adults. All right, let's get into my review of The Iron Claw before we head on out. The Iron Claw. Basically, the virgin suicides for men. That's what I took from that film. I watched it on a plane. I watched it on my 4-hour trip back from good old San Diego to Chicago. Over there in Chicago. Great movie. Didn't, you know, people said it was sad, but when people say that it's a sad movie, I'm like, okay. I don't know. I feel nothing. All I think about when I see movies is like the guy holding the boom mic and like what they were eating at craft service table that day. It's really hard for me to get full. Documentaries make me cry because it's all very real. Movies, you know, it's hard to be sad watching The Iron Claw for me. I mean, you see Zac Efron and you're like, what the fuck is this? He looks absurd in the movie. He looks like He-Man come to life. It's really absurd how he looks. And I guess he's supposed to be a wrestler. He's supposed to be big, but his face is so funny. I never got sad at that film. I mean, everybody's such a big actor in the film, too. I'm just like, you know, it takes me out of it. It was a sad story, though, but it was essentially virgin suicides for men. I mean, it's just, you know, it's like the band of brothers. They all just fucking die. Spoiler alert. Sorry. It's been out long enough. And a lot of people, I guess the whole story is that this family is cursed. You know, I think they had 5 brothers and 4 of them died. One died by a freak accident as a 6-year-old. One died from either drugs or a busted intestine. They're wrestlers. You know, it's a physical sport. Shit happens. It's kind of a freak death. And then 2 died by suicide. And so the family's cursed, you know. It's like only one surviving brother. It's the curse of the family. Now, yeah, 4 out of 5 siblings die. You'd think is a curse. But then, you know, look at the family. The dad was a horrific parent. They were both really bad parents, the dad and the mom. So, yeah, 2 people are going to off themselves because they have crazy childhood trauma. All of the kids had childhood trauma. And who knows if suicide ran in the family or not. I mean, you know, you have deeply traumatized adults are not going to be well-balanced people. Maybe 2 died from freak accidents and the other 2 died because you were awful parents. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, look, family curse. It's like, yeah, you were cursed by your parents. Your parents are the curse. So I didn't really, it took me out of it a bit. I didn't really believe in the family curse. It wasn't like they all died by a freak accident, all of them. It was like, no, I mean, you know, half of them died by, you know, one had a busted intestine. Yeah, because he's a fucking physical wrestler. One was a freak accident, and 2 were suicide. I mean, that checks out for me. If you watch the film, you understand. But it's hard because Zac Efron really does look insane in the film. He did a great job, good acting. Everybody was a good actor, but it was just like, girl, I can't take you seriously. You look like you were made out of clay. You know, you look like you were made out of Play-Doh. I mean, it is funky. But good acting, I guess. I don't know. When did that movie come out? I don't know if it's eligible for Oscars or is it? I don't know. See, if I had a producer, I would ask and they would look it up, but I don't. So you're just going to have to yell at me the next time you see me. All right, that's it for this week. I had a fun one. I had a fun time. I hope you were satisfied and I left you smiling. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe where you listen if you want, rate and leave a review. If you don't, I don't care. I really don't. Just listen. You don't have to rate the pod. It's nice to see reviews, but, life goes on. You can also support the show and get bonus episodes every week by subscribing on Patreon. I'll be pumping some more out because of my whole backlog. I owe the Patreon a couple more episodes because of Apple. My MacBook was broken. Live shows. I'm going to say the cities now. If you don't want to hear it, turn this off. Upcoming shows: DC, Richmond, Greenville, Charlotte, San Diego again, Phoenix, Omaha, Des Moines, Seattle, 2 shows, Long Island, Beverly, Massachusetts, Foxborough, Massachusetts, Dallas, Texas, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bentonville for the Big Diamond Comedy Festival, and then Salt Lake City and Las Vegas. Tickets are at heathershawcomedy.com. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Stay gay. See ya.